celebrations by the Gen Z protesters. The government had finally listened, but violence still continued into the night. Angry protesters stormed into Parliament, waving flags and shouting slogans against the Prime Minister who had just stood down. Government buildings across the capital set on fire as police struggled to hold the crowds. What started as defiance of a curfew turned into full-blown political chaos.
This frustration has been building for over 2 decades, fueled by corruption. Every one of us has had enough. These thugs have troubled us time and time again, and what you see now is just a spark ignited by social media.
A ban on social media platforms had sparked the unrest. An attack on free speech, the protesters said. But it was the long-felt anger against corruption that fueled the fire. Government corruption and the lavish lifestyles of the elite, whilst unemployment remains high. Protesters clashed with authorities who attempted to push the crowd of hundreds back. The protests have not come without significant losses. So far, over 20 protesters have been killed, with many hundreds more left injured. Tonight, the army has said that it will intervene if the protesters don't stop. Nepal's parliament remains alight, a building that has seen 14 governments in the past 17 years. And for now, the country is left with no clarity on what comes next.
Social unrest on the streets of the French capital. Anti-government protesters clashed with police, blocked roads and started fires. Others were met with water cannons and tear gas in rallies across the country.
We feel like our voices aren't being heard.
80,000 officers responded to the grassroots movement known as Let's Block Everything. Much of their fury is a reaction to the deepening inequality in France, blamed on President Emmanuel Macron's plans to curb the country's skyrocketing debt.
Nothing never changed. Actually, I'm quite tired of the situation.
There's a real sense of anger and frustration. The decision by the President Emmanuel Macron to appoint a new Prime Minister from his inner circle has only inflamed this movement.
Sébastien Lecornu, France's 5th Prime Minister in 2 years, vowed change after his predecessor was ousted in a no-confidence vote.
We will also have to change, certainly be more creative, sometimes more technical, more serious in the way we work with the opposition parties.
President Macron has been on shaky ground since his decision to call a snap election last year delivered a polarised parliament.
He's a very weakened president. He has an approval rating of about 15–17%, which is abysmal.
Protesters say the only way to break the cycle of chaos is for Emmanuel Macron to resign.
Mate, a lot of you. This is our country. You should be here standing with us.
Thousands of protesters hit the streets of London, England on Saturday to protest immigration. The Unite the Kingdom March, organised by far-right British activist Tommy Robinson, saw a sea of British and English flags, along with signs that read, quote, "Stop the boats and send them home." Counter-protests also took place. Over 1,000 police officers were deployed to keep the two groups separated. It comes after an increase in debate over migrants that are entering the UK without authorization. This summer saw a number of anti-migrant protests outside hotels housing asylum seekers, following the arrest of an Ethiopian migrant who was later convicted of sexually assaulting a 14-year-old girl.
It is very important. They need to stop illegal migration into this country. It's tearing us apart. You know, we've got people here, the veterans, our veterans that fought for us and for our freedom, lying on the streets with nowhere to go. But you pop in, get rid of your documents, and you can have a 4-star hotel, free board and lodge.
No justice, no peace, no fascists on our streets.
Well, there's a fear that the far right are trying to take over. So there's a fear of the rise of that sort of thing, but also the way the way immigrants and asylum seekers are blamed for what's wrong here, it's totally wrong. It's totally wrong. And I think it's racist.
You are not welcome here! Yes, he is! Free Palestine! Of our time! Free DC! Free Palestine! Trump is the Hitler of our time! Free DC! Free Palestine! Trump is the Hitler of our time! Free DC! Free Palestine! Trump is the Hitler of our time! Free DC! Free Palestine! Trump is the Hitler of our time! Trump is the Hitler of our time! Free DC! Free Palestine! You should all be ashamed that he was welcomed here! He's terrorizing communities in DC!
Time to go.
He's terrorizing communities all over the world! From Puerto Rico! To the Philippines! Free Palestine! To Venezuela! He is terrorizing communities! He is not welcome to DC! He's not welcome to Palestine! Palestine is not for sale! Free DC! Free Palestine! Trump is the Hitler of our time! Shame on you all! Free DC! Shame on you all! He's not the Hitler of our time! Free DC! Free Palestine! Trump is the Hitler of our time!
So we're outside the restaurant where Trump, Vance, Hegseth, Rubio, all of them still are. And you can see all of the security that's here. And yet we were able to get in and call it what it was, that they are not welcomed in DC, that they have the blood of all the Palestinian people on their hand who they committed a genocide to, and for them to stop terrorizing communities in DC.